Hello, everybody.
All right, cool. There we go. We got it working. Let's go.
Yeah, it's 11:30 something. What a time to be like here and enjoy this stuff. Oh my god. Justice will be served today.
Oh my god.
I can hear it a little bit.
Oh my god. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share the thing in Discord for you guys.
Yes, please. But it was loud enough that I was like, I know who that one is. I know what they are saying. I know.
Cool. Awesome.
So good.
All right, Hiroki, are you good too?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. We can hear you. Awesome. Give me 1
Alright.
second. Yeah, hi. Okay. Audience, can you hear me okay? Cool. Thank you. I appreciate you bearing with us. This is the first time we're doing this, so thank you. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump into this. So this is the VTuber 101 panel. Who knows what a VTuber is? Woo! Yeah. All
I
right.
have no idea.
All right.
I'm here to learn.
Shut up, Lauren. All right, so we are here to talk about VTubers and how to get started. I apologize, you're going to hear my Discord beeping. I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to have a brief introduction to ourselves. So, Lauren, you want to introduce yourself first?
It's me, Lauren Radios, the ultimate entertainer by day and the ultimate entertainer by very early morning. Yes, and at night too, from OshiLink, as you can see. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, so nice.
Awesome. Hiroki?
Okay. Hi, I'm Tatsuko Hiroki, and you can call me Hiroki Ahi-chan. I'm a Skybound EN VTuber that's also an amnesiac who is currently affiliated with OshiLink together with Spice as well as Lauren. I stream mostly a variety of games as well as karaoke because I love to sing. Thank you for being here and let's have a blast!
Woo!
Let's go. All right, and then there's
Yay.
Then there's me. Hello. Hi, everybody. I am not on the screen somehow. Oh my god. I am WildSpice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am WildSpice. Thanks. I'm WildSpice. I am a demon idol VTuber. I am also part of OshiLink. We are a VTuber agency based out of Singapore, so there are multiple talents. Myself and Hiroki are part of the Comets wave of OshiLink. Those were VTubers that were established VTubers, and we just got to join as our characters. We have one more member, Eris. She's going to be on the VTuber Ask Me Anything panel tomorrow, so if you want to meet Eris, you can come to that panel. And then we also have our Solanus wave, which are brand new characters, brand new VTubers. Lauren is part of that wave. And then we also have Delta, who will be on the panel tomorrow with me as well. We have Ball Arland, we have Rena Astera, and Audica Sevens. So yeah, we're a fun bunch. Love to hang out and all that jazz. Delta is jazz. So yeah, but I mainly play RPGs, like Honkai Star Rail. Final Fantasy IX is my favorite one. We tend to just talk about holes.
I thought this was PG-13. What are you talking about?
Hi, holy moly!
Yeah, so if you want chaos and talk of holes and eggs and all that fun stuff, come by, stream, fun time. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our panel here. I'm pulling up my little outline. 1 second. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go to our first slide here, and Hiroki's going to tell you what VTubers are if you have no idea what they are.
Hello. What are VTubers? VTuber is a term made from two words, virtual and YouTuber. Unlike a typical YouTuber, VTubers use a virtual avatar called a model to represent themselves online. Kind of like being an anime character who can interact with fans. How it works is that we use real-time motion capture software that will translate all the movements onto the model that can then be seen on stream. This digital trend originated in Japan in the mid of 2010s and has become an international online phenomenon in the 2020s. Yeah, so that's what VTubers are, which are essentially us here. Yeah.
Yeah. Lauren, what's your definition of a VTuber?
From Wikipedia. You know, I feel like we are just back in class, like in a school, and it's like, did you do your part? Can you say this part? Yeah. Ah, just read what it's there. Yeah. Just I didn't do much now, something
Good
like
job,
that.
Lauren, not doing your homework. Give me 1 second here. My slideshow didn't update, so give me 1 second.
Miss, can I go to the bathroom?
Oh my god!
May I go to the bathroom?
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, what are you all talking about? We don't use that. Okay. I'm trying to fix it because the slideshow stopped like updating. 1 second.
Can I have a drink? That was Lauren. That was Lauren.
Okay, Hiroki. Yeah, you can do it.
There we go. Woo! All right.
Oh, look at that. Yay!
Yeah, so we got this slide here. What do VTubers look like? Huh?
Very crazy.
Who are these VTubers?
He does.
Does anyone recognize any of these VTubers, by the way? Yes. Yeah. Let's go. Yes. If you don't know who any of these VTubers are, real quick, I'll start top. We have Teru, who's a bird VTuber, very chaotic. We have Giri, or Onigiri. We have Nariko-sai. We have Shoto. We have Ajon. Ajon's really cool if you want to see like a 3D animated VTuber. We have Galgura. We have False ID as a pony. I'm a mod for False ID. He's cool. But yeah, we got False ID. We got Kazuna and Iron Mouse. And oh my god, who are these people? No, that's OshiLink people again. Look at us. Are we cool? I'm not on there though, but look, we're cool, right? Yeah. Oh, I know. I didn't put myself on there because I'm here. They can see me.
Yeah, look at these people. Yeah.
I do not look like my bottle. Okay. Anyway. All right. By the way, in the corner there, behind Hiroki on the screen for y'all here, that's Eris. So yeah. And okay, in the picture there for the for all the Solanas people, we have Delta on the far right, Audica, Rena, Lauren. I have no idea who Lauren is, and then Ball. Okay. So now we're going to talk about our VTuber story. So why did we become VTubers, or how did we find out about VTubers? Hiroki, you are up first.
Okay. So we'll be talking about VTuber stories, how and why. So I'll be starting first. I have always been a huge fan of Japanese anime and manga. While browsing through YouTube one day, I stumbled upon Hololive and learned about VTubers. And that's when I started getting into the rabbit hole. However, that was not what made me become one, as I thought that VTubers are something that can only be created under a company. So yeah, years later, a friend decided to tell me, hey, how about try, since you don't like showing your face anyways. And I'm like, wait, isn't that only possible if you're like in a company or an agency? And she was like, that's actually possible even without a company. So that is how I became Hiroki, who is a VTuber who lives in the sky. The joy in streaming and connecting with my viewers are what fueled me to continue over the years of streaming. So, you know what's the best part about this? Is that I get to be the cutest VTuber! In my defense, I think I'm the cutest, so yeah. Yeah. Alright, next!
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so why did I become a VTuber? I started facecam streaming in 2018 on Twitch. I wanted to just meet friends, play games, have fun. I started streaming, and then I stopped because during pandemic I gained weight and I didn't feel confident in how I looked anymore, and I wasn't having fun streaming. It tended to be more stressful than anything, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop. Like, whatever. This is it. I did it. It ran its course. But then, I had a friend who is also a VTuber now. Same thing kind of happened to him. He was also a facecam streamer, and then he found VTubing and got into VTubing. And he told me about it and was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of VTubers?" I'm like, "No, what is that?" So he showed me his VTuber, and then I started watching like his streams, and then I found out about Iron Mouse and Teru, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is really cool." Like, for example, Teru used to be like a full-time nurse, and now Teru is a full-time artist and streamer. So like her story was really cool. And then if who knows Iron Mouse? Okay. Yeah, if you don't know Iron Mouse has like immune disease, immunodeficiency. She has a lot of health conditions, so she started streaming to make friends because she couldn't literally leave her house. She had to stay in her house all the time. So like her story was inspiring too for like why she started VTubing. And I was like, you know what? Let me look into this VTubing thing. This is cool because I went to school for theater and I actually wanted to do acting anyway. Like I wanted to do voice acting or something like that. So I was like, this would be a cool opportunity because I can be a character and have fun with that. So I started VTubing in 2021 and the rest is history. I've been having a blast with it. I love it so much. I've met so many people because of it. I get to do stuff like this because of VTubing, and I'm building a community. Hi, Jesse. He's coordinating. He's wearing the same hat. No. Yeah, I've been able to build a community thanks to VTubing. And then last year, I found out about OshiLink. They were holding auditions for members. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I give it a shot? Because I did apply to a couple VTuber agencies before, and nothing came of it. And VTuber agencies are helpful because they can help you with, like, assets and things you wouldn't normally be able to afford on your own. Like, if you want to do cover songs, if you want to do, like, a lore video, if you want to get, like, model updates, things like that. They can support you in that way. So I applied, and I actually was the first member to debut with OshiLink. So yeah, it was really great, and it's been fun. So I love it. It's great. Lauren. Now, Lauren, you get to tell them why you became a VTuber.
What about me? Why did I was walking one time and then a hole appeared in front of me and it sucked me right there and it was like, oh my god, it's WildSpice. And then she was like, hey, join us. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm not doing anything better with my life right now. No.
Lies.
But no, to be for real, I was also doing that. I was also streaming Facecam and all, and it was going okay, but then I had to stop when the pandemic started because I had to do other stuff, which actually I should have just continued there and all of that. It's like a lot of people did that, just continued, but I couldn't. When I tried to go back, I stopped for too long. So a lot of people, the people that were my usuals weren't returning and all. So I was like, okay, maybe I should stop this. I stopped for a while, and then I think it's when I found about VTubing, also probably with Hololive and other people, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting thing. How are they doing this? No, where they get the models, or is this just? I didn't know about agencies. And then I found around maybe in 2021, I believe, or something like that, about agencies, and then some of them putting auditions. And I was like, oh, it would make a lot of sense to do this, and especially because a dear friend was the one that told me, like, hey, do you know that they have auditions and we should try? Why not? So we tried to several ones. Sometimes you can see if you have tried, some of them are not going to do much about it. Like maybe they won't see you, or maybe you will have one call and it will be like, hey, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. A couple of times it was very close to be like, you are one of the finalists, no? Like we really want you, but maybe we wanted. I'm kind of used to that because I have done a lot of cinema and TV and radio, so I know how casting calls work and all of that. So I was not that surprised that it can happen like that. It doesn't mean that you are not great or that you're you're not talent, you don't have a talent or anything, but it's just what happens. And if it wasn't this time, it was the next one. Until I got to OshiLink, and when I saw the character and everything, that was like the ideas when Lauren was just starting to become like an idea, and it already was there. Like, okay, this is a talk show host, and I was like, oh my god, this combines so much of what I have done already with my life. I've done a lot of, again, radio spots, and I've done TV, and I've been on theater, and I'm a singer. I can combine all of this stuff. And since the beginning, that idea with VTubing was there of like, hey, I can combine all of these and put it into a character, and it makes so much sense. You can do anything you want there, no? Or well, unless you get into the TOS stuff of I don't know, Twitch and YouTube, of course, but you can do so much, and that's pretty much then how it happened, how I became Lauren Radios.
And he's been great
Yay.
ever since.
Damn, you guys have very elaborated background story to get into VTubing. Mine is just a fan becoming a VTuber, yo.
Our next big
It's okay.
user- Yeah.
Sorry.
So, why VTubing? Okay, so why do some people get into VTubing? We shared our stories for why some people get into VTubing, or why we got into VTubing, rather. But some people get into VTubing because they're not comfortable on camera. So if you're somebody who wants to create content, but you don't want to be on camera, this is a great way for you to do it, because you don't have to be on camera. You don't have to please get dressed, but you don't have to get dressed to stream. Yeah, you have to pick your nose. Yeah, you can pick your nose off screen. No one will know. Yeah, so...
Yeah, you can do so much.
Yeah. You want to play a character and not necessarily be yourself. So maybe you are somebody who like has a theater background, you want to be somebody else, you don't want to be yourself. VTubing is a great way to do that, but you can also be yourself too. So like I know with my character, there are aspects of myself in my character, like my personality and things like that, but my character is my character, and then I am me. But yeah. You may feel more creative. That might give you more of a creative outlet if you're somebody that might feel like has like self-confidence, or you feel kind of closed in because you're like, I want to do this, but I don't want to have to show my face. I don't want to be on camera. There you go. VTubing might help you get that confidence because you know, okay, I'm behind a character. I don't have to be on camera. This is great. It's easier to collaborate with other VTubers. Hiroki and Lauren, I think you'll agree with me, but let me know if you don't. Like, I feel like VTubing, it's easier to collaborate with people. I feel like we're a lot more open with
No.
collaborating. What?
No.
What?
Oh, that's a lie.
I'm like, nah. No, it's true. Actually, I'm surprised how easy it can be to collaborate with a lot of people.
Yeah. I've collabed with Lauren multiple times. I've collabed with Hiroki multiple times. Like, we've collabed in the agency, like, multiple times. But, like, we also collab with other VTubers outside of the agency as well. Which, within agency, that's something to be mindful of if you're somebody that is a VTuber and looking into an agency. If you can collab with people not outside of an agency or across agency, it depends. Our agency's pretty flexible with that, so, like, we can pretty much collab with whoever we want. But, yeah, it's pretty easy to find other VTubers to collab with. A lot of us are very friendly, and, like, yeah, we're down to play games. Art. If you like art, VTubing's a great thing to get into because you can get tons of art of your character. You can get art of your character with other people's characters, things like that. Like, for example, Lauren and I did a cover of Done For Me by Charlie Puth. It's on YouTube, shameless plug. But Lauren and I have art together in the video. I also, Hiroki and I did a cover as well of Hope Is the Thing with Feathers and Honkai Star Rail, another shameless plug. And Hiroki and I have art together too, so like you can get art together and things like that. The ability to expand your content horizons. So it may get you thinking about different kinds of content you can do. Like, for example, Lauren's character is a talk show host, and Lauren does a talk show where he like talks to different VTubers about different things. So you could do that. You could do a podcast. You could just play video games. Like, you have a lot of opportunity and things you can do as a VTuber just with your content. And there are VTubers for everyone. So there are VTubers more geared toward kids or teens, like they're more family friendly, but then you also have your 18 plus VTubers. You have VTubers that go on Fansly and stuff like that too, or you have your VTubers who are just 18 plus for language. That would be me. I swear a lot, but but otherwise I'm pretty wholesome. But yeah, haha, wholesome. Shut up. Yeah, Nick.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Yep. That's another reason too. Yeah. And then yeah, make sure if you're a parent or like you have a kid that wants to look at VTubers, just make sure you screen the content. Double check that first, because yeah, there are VTubers you're like, oh, they look like they're really wholesome, and then you go and you're trying to like, oh, never mind, we're not gonna watch this VTuber. My kid's not old enough to watch this VTuber. But then there are other VTubers that it's like, oh, they're family friendly, cool, fine. Yeah, and then if you're an adult, you know, you do you. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, I did, yeah. Yeah, for the most part, I did. Lauren, you are just a character. Never mind. Lauren is a character by himself, so he had his own stuff separate. Lauren, what did you do with your separate stuff? Did you keep that, or did you, like, archive it? You're muted.
With my separate stuff.
You what?
Like my separate stuff? What does that mean? What are you talking about? What's going on? Where am I?
So because you also went from Facecam to VTuber, your Facecam stuff, does that still exist, or did you like archive it?
No, it still exists.
Okay.
It's still out there. You can find it. It's the yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so depending on the content creator, if they don't feel comfortable like you knowing their identity, they probably they may leave it up and you just gotta try to figure out who it is, or they completely wipe it. Me, it's not a big deal like if you find it, but like most of it I tried to wipe for consistency's sake. Yeah, exactly. For branding, I tried to wipe everything. Yeah. But I have done a stream or two where I'm still on camera. Like, I was at DreamHack Atlanta. I did a face cam stream. And everybody was like, oh my god, you need to do more face cam streams. I'm like, no, I'm staying behind my model. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want it, but I don't want to get ready for stream. I just want to roll it and like, get in the stream. Yeah. Okay, so, VTuber terms. Hiroki, you're up. We're gonna go over some VTuber terms if you don't know what these are. Go ahead.
VTuber terms. Whether you're new or whether you're already in the rabbit hole of VTubing, I will briefly review on some common terms that are used in VTubing. So, Oshi is a word derived from the Japanese idol communities, which translates to backing or supporting. Thus, Oshi is a term that is used by fans to denote which VTubers they are a fan of and support the most. Then there is Kamiyoshi. It's also another Japanese word that directly translates to God's favorite, which is to describe a fan's absolute favorite VTuber. This is usually hold for a fan's ultimate favorite out of all the other favorites. So basically, the top favorite among all the Oshis. So what's an Oshi mark then? Oshi mark are often used by both VTubers and their fans to identify themselves. They will usually use an emoticon or a combination of emoticons that symbolizes their motif or a character of the VTuber. For example, for me, I use a light blue heart emoticon to represent my overall color and a cloud emoticon to represent me living among the clouds. And sorry, gotta sneeze. Alright.
Good.
Corpo. Corpo is a shortened word that is derived from the word corporate. This label on a VTuber usually means that the VTuber is affiliated or working with a company agency under a contract. In most cases, a group of VTubers that are created by the company will be called a wave or have their own group name. Most VTubers that are created by a company will have its model as well as personal IP belonging to the company instead of the individual themselves. Meanwhile, indie VTubers are the exact opposite of a corporate VTuber. They do not work directly with a company or agency under a contract. Instead, indie VTubers usually rely on sponsorships, and also their model and personal IP usually belongs to the individual themselves. However, there are some exceptions depending on the contract and things like that. That's something that you can further research on your own, because I do not want to drag on this. Alright, next we'll talk about 2D as well as 3D models. As I explained earlier, they are avatars used by VTubers when they stream or even make content with. 2D models are essentially similar to anime characters moving. They can be programmed or mainly made using a software called Live 2D Cubism. It's a very complex software right now. It has been years. I have tried it once and I will never try it again. I might as well commission someone to do that. So, 3D models are usually made in a software called Blender or VRoid Maker Studio. Once again, it's also technically a complex thing if you want to make something very, very unique to yourself. If you're using a base, you can use a base from VRoid Maker Studio to make a character. But if you want to make something special, like something that you envision yourself, it's something you gotta learn as well. Once again, I will not try it out myself. I will go and commission someone else. Yeah. So, meanwhile, there is also one more that's called PNG-tuber. PNG-tuber, as the name suggests, is basically an image that is mostly static. Which is, the exact opposite of a 2D or a 3D model. But then, there are programs for you to use basic triggers for your PNG tuber, such as having your character open its mouth while you're talking, or even when you smile. This uses multiple images of the same character, with different expressions basically. PNG tuber is a good way to start, okay? It's a really good way and very cost efficient way, especially if you already have an image of your VTuber persona. All modes of models can be commissioned or personally made depending on your budget or even your own skills. As I said, I do not have the skills to do this, that's why I commission people, right? You guys get it, right? Okay. Now, I'll talk about collabs. As Spice said previously, yes, collabs! VTubers love collabs! The collaboration is exactly as it sounds, collaborating. If you do not know what collabs are, I have no words for you. Yeah. So anyways, collabs can be with a sponsorship or even with another VTuber. During a collab among VTubers, they will usually plan to play a co-op game, a competitive game, like FPS games that I absolutely will not play, by the way, because I'm scared. And maybe sing or even just talk while sharing stories. Yeah, you guys did not hear about the FPS thing. Yeah, okay. The collab between VTubers is also a nice way to showcase their friendship to the communities. So you guys can know they are actually friends. They're not, I don't know, enemies maybe. Yeah, Yeah, alright. Sorry, why do I keep sneezing today? Alright.
You're good.
If you... Okay, stop sneezing, please.
You can do it. You can do it. Sneeze,
Oh my God,
goddammit.
stop sneezing! Seriously. I sneeze whenever I'm nervous, I'm sorry. Okay. Debut. Essentially, a debut is when you stream with your VTuber avatar for the first time. Officially. While most streamers or VTubers basically go live for the first time to a very small audience, there are some VTubers that obviously wants a grand debut with more viewers. They will try to amass followers on other social media platforms. Mainly usually X, or right now what's it called there, the blue butterfly. I still do not know how to use that, by the way. During a debut, there can be many things that are revealed for the first time, such as a fandom name, a list of things that the VTuber likes, or it could even be a debut with a new model outfit. So yeah, there is something like, for those of you who have been watching Spice, you guys would know the debut of the 2.0 model. Yeah, that is a debut. That is a proper debut.
I have legs now, yeah.
Yeah. Now she has legs, she has actual legs. I'm just kidding, she has always had legs, okay?
Yeah, that's true. Thank you.
Alright, the last term is graduation. Okay, the use of the term graduation refers to a VTuber retiring the character and no longer streaming with the same VTuber persona. This is usually generally a very sad term when you see on a VTuber update.
Yes.
However, as fans, we should always remember to respect the VTuber's decision to graduate when it is done well, okay? Because you might never know what's going on in your life, okay? You can keep their memories because VTubers are like that. As long as you remember us, as long as you have memories of them, they will live on forever. And of course, if you have art of them, that's even better. So yeah. And merch as well. Please go buy their merch, okay? Please buy merch to support VTubers. Buy our merch as well. Go to OshiLink side, okay? Alright, anyways. Alright.
Good job.
Yeah, please go and buy, okay? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Lauren, what do you want?
And remember, always give to your Oshi the 3 wacky numbers of your credit card. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You know, get a never mind, I should not say. Okay, alright. That is. Alright, so this is all for the common VTuber terms that you have to know. Have fun researching more and getting deeper into VTuber stuff, especially us, okay? Look us up, okay? Do not look up other else. Okay, never. Anyways, moving on. Spice, your turn. I'm
And now
dying
you
of the
can
verses right now.
sneeze.
I'm dying of the verses right now. Like seriously. Okay, I need to sneeze. Be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Bravo, bravo.
All right.
Muy bonito.
Yeah. Go Hiroshi. All right. So, how do you become a VTuber? If you're not a VTuber, Jesse, you're gonna become a VTuber. Just accept it. Tell him to become a VTuber.
Everyone wants to become an anime character.
I could see it happening.
One of us.
Goobo, gabo, goobo, gabo.
All right, so first thing, you don't have to spend a lot of money, okay? There are people that are like, I'm gonna be a VTuber. Let me drop thousands of dollars on a model, and then they stream and like, I hate this, and it's like you just wasted thousands of dollars. Don't do that. Try it out first. The best way to do that is get a PNG tuber made. Like for example, Hiroki right now has like a PNG tuber, for example. Or technically Lauren is also one. Lauren's a Wiggly. But yeah, you do something like that first. It's going to be way less cheaper than buying a model and all that. Try it first. Make sure you like it before you invest into it. Save your wallet. Do your research. Like coming to a panel like this. Here you go. And just do your research on the internet. Watch VTubers, things like that. Make sure it's something you actually want to do. Don't feel like you have to do it because it's the trend. Like make sure you really want to do it and have fun with it. Always double check in terms of your character, the model, or name clashes. So there's been in the VTuber space, we've had some models come out and they look similar to other models. So just make sure you do your research first, that you're not, like your design's not copying somebody's. It could be, inspiration's okay, but like make sure that there's obvious differences as well.
Distinct enough.
Yeah. Also names. Make sure like your name's not exactly the same as somebody else's. Like I'm gonna pick this name, and then you go on socials, and that name's already taken by somebody else. So like make sure like the name's not taken. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Microphone and a model. That's really all you need for VTubing. You don't need a lot of gear to get started with it.
Your sanity as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so you want to get at least a microphone and a model. So like I said, if you're not jumping in like right away with the model, a PNG tuber and a microphone will work. As you can see, I have them in a Discord call. They're just talking on their mic. You can still see them. It's like a reactive.
Yay!
Get us!
Wow!
That's all you really need to. If you want to do PNG, there are a couple of programs you can use. There's VTube, PNG Tuber Plus, and PNG Tuber Maker. Those are on Steam, so those are some options. You can, if you're looking to where you can get them made, Fiverr, Etsy, VGen is a very popular site where you can get all kinds of art commission assets, things like that. Just watch for bots. Bots are very prominent in the VTuber community. Graphics bots are insane. Just watch for them.
What's a bot?
A booth? Oh, like a sound booth? Yeah. Oh, yeah, booth. Thank you. Yes, there are free, yes. Booth is another option. free models. There are also paid assets there too. Yes. Yes.
Yes, please remember to read the TOS. Yes.
She will.
TOS. Read the TOS. TOS.
Yes. 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 Good. Okay. Good example of that. Actually. Who knows Fillion? There was a whole situation with Fillion and the model Fillion was using all that. That's
No.
exactly why you need to read your terms and conditions if you are going to use like a pre-made model and things like that. Live 2D Studio also comes preloaded with models in it. So again, just double check the conditions and things like that. But Live 2D Studio is on Steam, and you can either download the free version, but you're gonna have the little character floating on the side, or you just pay the $20 and it goes away and you have some more options. Vroid, which is more for 3D models, has pre-made models as well that you can use. That's also on Steam. Yes. It's VTube Studio, yeah, sorry. VTube Studio. I don't know why it says Live 2D Studio, but yes, VTube Studio has models preloaded in it. Yes! There's a dog in there too! Yes. Yep, you can, yes. And then figure out your character. So that's the big thing. You want to make sure you know your character and you have an idea of your character. Because you're going to be branding essentially, because you're going to be a content creator. So you want to make sure you have your branding across the board. You want to make sure you know your character, all of that. And you want to try to flesh your character out, like have a basic idea of your character as you jump into it. You can evolve like your character's personality. You can change how they look in the future too. You just want to make sure starting out you have an idea of what your character's going to be. All right. Lauren, you're up.
Yes. I am up.
Stop sleeping.
Talk.
I am sitting down. Yeah, I know, woman. Wait. Just kidding. All right. So it's okay to take social media breaks. Yeah, don't drown in it. The thing is that sometimes, they will tell you, it's very important for you to be, constant of your socials, no? Be on Twitter all the time or TikTok and be uploading stuff and all. It can be very demanding. So it's fine if it's, if it's not even once a day. It's like, okay, you know what? Right now I don't, maybe right now I don't need to be completely immersed on this. And then, well, you also need time to do other stuff, go and touch the grass. Come on.
Do you even touch
And
grass?
yeah. Anyway, YouTube Shorts are your friend. Are they though? No, they are. Yes, of course. It's just that I haven't done that many, but when you do them, yes, of course, you can get, they are getting very popular. And with the whole thing that TikTok was going to go away, and hey, they gave you a big scare right there, with 1 day of no TikTok, and then it's like, oh, well, it's back. Well, YouTube Shorts, of course, it's kind of like a lot of help to put your brand or just yourself out there, and you never know, there's sometimes that one can really hit a lot, and that helps a lot for exposure. You can use your phone for tracking. Sometimes you want to get a really good camera, a webcam to capture your face, because the model, of course, if you have this whole thing, it needs the tracking with a very good camera. But your phone can also do that. It doesn't need to be even an iPhone. Of course, an iPhone, I think, still is like the best option that you have for a very precise motion tracking of your face. But any phone that all the phones have a camera, and if it's a decent camera, it can work. And especially if you have not necessarily a 3D model, but a 2D model with VTube Studio, it can work pretty well. Or becomes a webcam connected to your computer, and then from there you use your NVIDIA card or whatever else the VTube Studio has. So that, yeah, webcams work too. There we go. There it is. There. And as well, we are part of the agency, but as we've been talking about, you don't need to be a part of an agency. No, you can just do it. I believe in you. Of course, you can do it. Now, the thing is that there's the pros and the cons. No, like agency versus indie. There can be the things of, well, with being in an agency, you can have maybe an easier access to some things like maybe a finance, maybe to get into contact with other agencies and then do the collabs. But as an indie, you can do then whatever you want or in an easier way, and no one is going to be, like, hey, you have to stream this many times a week, maybe. No, it's like, no, I will put that type of limit or that type of goal for myself, no, and the type of, yeah, maybe I want to be more 18 plus, and I can try, yeah, for myself to get these people instead of asking permission to others. So, but the problem is also, well, maybe I don't have the financing to go that far, as WildSpice was saying, you don't need to go all bonkers right now with the budget, and okay, I need a 3 mobile, and I need overlays, and I need this interface because it's the best one, and I need this computer because it's the best one. No, you can start, little by little. It's okay. Both things can work or not. Honestly, you can be also in an agency and doesn't work great. It can be in an agency and, oh my God, it worked amazing. No, so just don't think that just because of one you cannot do anything. Just try it. Try to have a consistent handle across platforms. Yes, you even though I was saying, like media breaks and all, it's good to be trying through different things, because again, maybe for some reason YouTube is not working great for me, but oh my God, on Twitch I'm doing great, so maybe I should, but also I shouldn't leave behind YouTube completely. And then there's also Twitter to keep things going there, and Blue Sky, and whatever else there is. No, Instagram even. I've seen a lot of people that are doing great still on Instagram. That's incredible. And join Discord servers to talk to other VTubers. Yes, I never thought that being here, like I would be that in that many different Discord servers, and suddenly it's like, oh my God, of the whole line. You know how it is on Discord, that you have all these bubbles, and it's like, oh wow, oh my God, there's so many now. But yeah, it's really important, so you can be in all these projects, in contact with all these people, and it's not even about, well, for me at least, not just about the like, oh, I need to call her because I need to be out there and all. It's also great to know a lot of these people and be like, wow, some of them now I can call even my friends. And it's not like oh, I'm getting into VTubing to do these friends, but at the same time it can be like that. It's just so nice that it can happen, like naturally, like, hey, I like your content, you like my content, oh no, we're friends and we hang, and it's great always to collab with you. I love collabing with, for example, with WildSpice and others in OshiLink, of course, talking about the same agency, but with other agencies and indies, yeah. So it's always good to be to talking to others and keep in touch. And for a lot of people, sometimes it's so difficult to keep in touch. They are more like, if you don't talk to me, I don't talk to you. It's like, no, go and talk. Don't be like that. They are going to be so happy. And what? The worst thing that someone can say to you, it's like, oh, I'm occupied right now, or maybe they will answer to you, I don't know, in a month or in a year, but hopefully they will answer. I don't know. Just go and try it. And Tiny Tubers, yeah, FK Expo, any VTubers Discord server for the most part. Yes, exactly. That's how it is.
Yeah. Also time zones. Like, for example, Lauren is coming to us from the UK, and Hiroki's in Singapore. So
Woo!
Hiroki, bless.
Hello, it's a new day. I'm in the future.
Yeah, Hiroki's like 13 hours ahead, so bless Hiroki. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another thing that can, like, with collabs and things like that, is time zones. All right. So
Very important.
this,
Yeah, that's
this
true.
is the part where we answer any questions that you have. So if anyone has a question in the audience, you can raise your hand and ask, and then I'm gonna say it so they can hear it, and then they can answer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, me, I think I'm gonna
Jesse,
sneeze.
yes. Can you wiggle if you're under duress?
I don't know. Sometimes I just wiggle and that's it. I don't know. But maybe after this one I will be fine. After once this whole thing is over, maybe I will be finally free.
Go ahead. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. They are just clarifying about iPhones being still the best. Any other questions?
No.
Yes. When will OshiLink open new auditions? We don't know. We don't. Yeah, they don't. They would tell us.
Someday.
We don't know. Yeah, someday. Yeah, I know. It's something they want to do, but I don't know when. So just keep an eye out on
It's
the
the big
OshiLink
bag.
Twitter and the website. They'll post it there. Yes. Go ahead.
How much of the tech stuff do you guys do yourself with respect to like rigging your models, stuff like that?
How much of the tech stuff do we do ourselves, like rigging models, etc.? Was the question.
I would say that we had at least in my with my gen mates and all, since we were like originals for OshiLink like that. We had a lot of input in the design of the characters. For example, there was a design at first, and then it was like, well, what about that's okay. Some of them were like, oh wow, it's so different from what they are now. No, like if you see Orica and Baal, and even me, we are. I think the three of us are very different from what we were before, and. Or maybe even different colors and stuff. Delta and how's the name? What's the name of the other one? No, just kidding. No, Arena. Um, we are. Yeah, imagine. What was the name of the hag again? Just kidding. Nah, she's great. No. Nah, she's great. The thing is, we put a lot of input into that on saying like, hey, maybe the hair is like this, maybe this character is actually more like that, maybe this one is taller, or maybe it's this pattern, and so we had a lot of that in regards of like rigging and all. I know that Delta has done stuff to his character, like redoing some things because he wanted to be able to do certain expressions and like that. But it was more because he went to learn a lot of the programs, and he was like, oh, now I know that I can change this and I can do that. Oh, okay, yeah. But for me, for example, not with my character. I have done other stuff like backgrounds. For my talk show, I did a lot of stuff and even for my debut, I use a program, I don't know if you have heard of it, called Dreams for the PlayStation 4 and 5. And I used it to model in 3D a lot of stuff like my room and the whole forum for the talk show. And it's really cool because then I can just, go inside and change some things and the lights and all. If I'm gonna have, there's this constant gag that I have that when I have someone new in the talk show, we have our cups, and always the cup says something related to that person. No? But yeah, that's what I, for example, do.
Haruki, what about you?
Okay, so I had to think. Okay, I had to think. It has been a while. Alright. So I have two different models. So my first model was actually a pre-made exclusive model. So basically, it was pre-made, and once I bought it, it's all mine. So I technically did not have any input on that at all. The only thing I did was just basically build around that character, build around that whole model. Meanwhile, my other model, which is my 2.0, which I dubbed as the reality version, the design is from me, and then the art was done by a good friend called Trusty Skittles, and then the rigging was done by another rigger. The reason why I opt to have an actual artist as well as a rigger to do it, despite the fact that I could actually draw it myself, is because I cannot be bothered. Let's just say that. Yeah, I cannot be bothered. Yeah. Alright, then. So the other stuff that I actually do myself is mostly technical setups in terms of like, what do you call it? Checking my mic settings. Those are obviously usually done by yourself actually. And then also making overlays, like, you know, those things that you see on screen, those chat boxes. Okay, I did not make the chat box myself, obviously. I did not have the capability to code at all. Absolutely zero, nil, none. So I commissioned someone to make that as well. And what other stuff do I do? Actually, I don't know. What do I do, actually? Oh, I make assets as well. I do make assets for myself as well sometimes. But most of the times, I do try to source it out as well, because I feel like there are times when my art style does not mesh well with my specific model. So I outsource that. If my art style matches with my model, I will draw some stuff myself. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I do myself. I also make some music occasionally, but that is... I wouldn't say it's really great, but you know, it's a try. It's a try. So I also make some BGMs myself, and yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I do a bunch of stuff which are not at professional level, but definitely doable and decent enough for me to go live on stream. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me,
That's all.
I worked with my artist to come up with the design for my character. So my original model didn't look like my model does currently. She was smaller, and she was smaller.
Smaller?
I was still,
Smaller and
I was
less
still a
holy.
demon. I was still a demon the whole time, but yeah, she was smaller. And then this time with my current model, like current character design, I worked with my artist to come up with the design. I actually picked my artist because she does Disgaea style art, and I love Disgaea, so I went with her. So my character looks like it could be out of that game. And what we did was we had my first model, and then my 2.0 model that I have now, we have it, I can change outfits. So I can go back to my original outfit if I want, or switch to the one I use now. So we just were going with the vibe. I had to have purple because purple's my favorite color, and I just was like, have a demon. And I had like a Pinterest board that I shared with her, like, here's things I like, and we kind of went from there with the design. Otherwise, like, for, like, because I've been doing song covers and things like that, the agency's, like, done it for me. Essentially, like, I'll record my vocals and things, and then they mix it, and then they do all that stuff. And otherwise, like, I've used Etsy for some of my assets, like chat boxes, things like that, and then emotes and things like that. I commission those. So yeah, it's a mix of, like, now it's like a mix of using agency for some things, and then other stuff I just get somebody else to do it. So we can do one more question. Yes. That's a good question. Okay, the question was, how often can you enter an agency with your IP, and how likely is it you can leave an agency with your IP?
Yes and
Very
yes.
It depends on the agency. So, for example, Hiroki and I, we had our models when we joined the agency. So, if and when we decide to leave OshiLink, we keep our characters. That's not an issue because it was ours when we came in. Not an issue. Lauren, I don't know. Lauren, I don't know if you can answer that question because Lauren's different because Lauren, the character is OshiLink, so I don't know how that works.
I think it depends on how you negotiate. Because I'm not talking about me personally, but for what I have seen from others is that, yeah, sometimes no, the person doesn't give the IP, and you don't get anything, and good luck doing anything else. I mean, probably if you have usually a fan base, they will find you, and you can start all the way, or not necessarily from zero, but you can do it. Other people have been able to buy their IPs. Other times it's like, you know what? Yeah, sure, but you keep it. It's honestly just to talk about it with the agency. You never know, but that's how usually anything can happen. That's basically the answer.
Yeah, because if you're in the VTuber space, you've seen we've had agencies like close, and then you've had people like stuck like in limbo about, well, do I get my IP or not? It depends on the agency. Some agencies, they're like, yeah. It seems to be like the ones that, like, if they close down, they've been giving them their IP. It depends. And then others, it's like you have to buy it if you want to keep it. It really depends on the situation. Yeah. That's one, yeah, for example. Yes, that is the number one thing. Have a lawyer, yes.
Woo!
Yes. If you are joining an agency or anything, have a lawyer read your contract. Yeah, read your contract.
Yeah. How did we?
Do not just sign your contract. Like, do not do that
Yeah.
because if something happens down the line and you didn't read your contract, you're screwed. So read your contract, have a lawyer look at your contract.
Yeah, that wasn't in the presentation. That wasn't in the presentation because it was going to be for YouTube 1.0, 1.2, sorry.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, hold on. I can go back really quick. Hold on.
Yeah, there we are.
Woo!
Look at
Yeah,
me
there
on
you go. There are
TV.
actual models real quick. All right. So, thank you all so much for coming to the panel.
Woo!
I am... Woo!
Woo!
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Buy merch. Real quick, if you have
Yeah.
any questions or anything, I am doing a meet and greet at Rock Island from 5:30 to 6:30, so please come by. I'm nice, I promise. And then tomorrow I'm doing I'm on a content creator panel at 10:30 with some other guests who are content creators. We're just going to talk about content creation. And then tomorrow at 4:30 is the VTuber Ask Me Anything panel. I will be joined by two other talents from OshiLink, which will be Lark Delta and Eris LeFair. You can ask us whatever questions you want.
Woo!
If you have more questions, come and you can ask them there, or just ask us silly questions. Like, Delta and Eris
Oh my
are
God.
very
You're gonna love them.
hilarious. It'll be funny. And yeah, that's where you can follow all of us.
They are great.
And we do
You
have
won't be
merch. If you
PG-13.
want merch at OshiLink.com. Yes. So we also have the hats that say, "Man, I love holes." So yeah, thank you all so much for coming. We appreciate you.
Wholesome good. Wholesome good.
5:30.
Bye. Yeah, thank you.